DIY puppet craft. Woo! All right. Hi everyone. I'm Christina with Wonder Spark Puppets, and I will be leading our DIY puppet craft for today. And this is one that I'm really excited about because I used to make a form of this puppet on my own when I was a little kid, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that after we finish. So, again, I'm Christina with Wonder Spark Puppets, and it is 4 p.m., so that means it's time for DIY puppet craft. We are doing this every single weekday at 4 p.m. for you and your family to enjoy. And we're also doing it on weekends, at Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. as well. So that's every single day you can do a puppet craft with us. And in addition, we also host live puppet shows. That's right. An entire live puppet show brought right into your living room or what have you, into your home. That's every Friday at 11 a.m. So lots of ways to enjoy Wonder Spark Puppets. All right, shall we get started? I think so. Okay, let's talk about what you will need today. Yes, let's get crafty. All right, so today we're using super simple stuff. You'll need a couple sheets of newspaper. So I have a couple of these just like half fold. You can get them from a lot of street corners here in New York. I'm only gonna need, to make two puppets, I'm only gonna need two of these half folded sheets of newspaper. If you have a full like quarter folded newspaper, I would say you can even cut that in half and you'd get two puppets out of that. So it doesn't take a lot. We'll use newspaper. We will also be using scissors. We will be using some tape. We will be using some yarn. And we will be using 2 pipe cleaners because we are making 2 puppets today. All right. Oh, and last, if you have them, some googly eyes as puppeteers. These are our bread and butter, so I have lots of them. But if not, we can always use our trusty markers and you can draw your own. All right, I think, oh, you'll also probably need something sharp like a pencil. I brought back our little fox rod puppet because I like this pencil now, and still has its pencil point, so we can use that for our sharp object. Doesn't need to be too sharp. All right, let's get started. So, first of all, we're gonna take 1 sheet of newspaper and we're gonna cut it in half. Let's cut it in half. Okay, and we're gonna use both sheets for 1 puppet. So I'm just gonna set aside 1 part. And for 1 sheet, I'm gonna take my sharp object and I'm just gonna poke a hole right about in the middle, right like that, okay? And I'm gonna set that down. Now I'm gonna take a piece of yarn. Let's see, I happen to grab red here. I have a couple different colors here with me. So I've got my string of red yarn. About that long. This is gonna be for your controller, so however long you feel comfortable with. And I'm gonna tie a little knot at the end. If anybody saw Julia's awesome jellyfish marionette puppet, this is kind of the same idea that we're doing here with this. Just tying a knot so that our marionette control does not go through the head of our marionette. And now I'm going to string the unknotted end through the hole in the newspaper. Now this can be a little bit tricky because yarn can tend to fray, so I'm going to show you a trick. You can take a small piece of tape and just wrap it around the end of your yarn so that it doesn't fray, because when you combine yarn and newspaper, sometimes it kind of fights you. So you can make a makeshift little, almost like a wide needle there, and it'll go through the newspaper much easier. Whew, there you go. So now, there we go, we've got our knot holding our thread from going all the way through. But as we all know, newspaper is not that strong. So I'm gonna take a little piece of tape and tape my knot to that underside of my newspaper. See? All right. Now, I'm going to set it down in front of me with the knot facing up. See, there's my little knot in the center, my knot facing up. Now I'm going to go back to my other half of the sheet of newspaper, and here's the really fun part. You ready? You're just going to crinkle it right up into a nice little ball, just like that. So satisfying. All right, so we take our nice little crumpled newspaper and we're going to put it right where that knot is, right in the center. Now we take the straight sheet of paper with the yarn through it, and we're going to wrap it around that crumpled piece, just like that. See? And pinch it together a little bit. Now you want to do this kind of gently because newspaper can tear, but should be all right, should be sturdy enough. So we've got a nice little pinched end around our crumpled ball inside. Now I'm going to grab a pipe cleaner and I'm just going to wrap it around the pinched part. See? Wrap it around so both halves of the pipe cleaner are about even. And then just bring them together and twist it once or twice, right? So it stays in place. And I like to have that twisted part in the back. And this is the basic shape of my little marionette. See? Look how cute that is. So I'm going to give this one a little detail. This one's going to be my princess, so I'm going to call her her. And I'm going to give her some little hands by just wrapping a little circle around the end of my pipe cleaner. And I'm going to make a little bend kind of right in the middle to give her a little arm shape. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to give her a little hand by making a little circle and then kind of bending the arm. We can put them in slightly different positions. Maybe she's doing a funky little dance or something. So, and we can leave the bottom here because this is going to be her little princess dress. And that's basically the idea, but I want to have some fun and I want to give my princess first I'm going to give her some eyes. I have my googly eyes. If you don't have your googly eyes, you can do this step with your markers. I'm going to give her some eyes. And you can also give your puppet a mouth or some rosy cheeks, or maybe you can draw a fun pattern on the dress. Whatever you like. I've been enjoying so much seeing all of the puppet crafts that people have been doing and sharing with us. Oh, I love it. So keep them coming. Here's one eye. And yes, here's my other eye. Boop, 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 boop. So now she has some little eyes. Okay, here's a fun trick as well. My other princess puppet, I had some red hair. But I'm going to give this one some blue hair, just to be funky. So this might be a time for a helper if we have an adult helper around, only because the scissors are going to get a little close to our hands, and also I'm going to cut a longer piece of yarn. Also because I think an adult hand is a little bit better for this in terms of the length. So as with my adult hand, I'm just going to take some yarn and just kind of wrap it around and around and around the knuckle part of my hand. This is almost like what we did with our forks the other day, making our pom-pom spiders, right? So now I've got a couple of loops around, just like that. And I'm going to hold this side together with my thumb, and I'm going to take all of these loops down here and cut them. Oh, missed one. And then I'm going to do the same up here, close to where my index finger is. Now we should have a good little bunch of hair. Good little bunch of puppet hair. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to lay that in front of me. I'm going to take yet another piece of yarn. Let's do yellow this time. It can be the same color if you want, but I'm going to give my puppet a nice noticeable bow, so I'm using yellow. So you're going to put them all together kind of more or less even if you can. And I'm going to lay it on the table flat in front of me, and I'm going to put my other piece underneath, kind of closer to one end than the other end. You see I'm closer to this end than that end, right? So I can lay it down on the table and then just tie a little bow. And again, this is just a little extra because I wanted to have some fun with my little princess puppet. You don't have to give them hair, or you can make pipe cleaner hair, or again, you can use your markers and draw whatever kind of hair you want. This is what I decided to do. So, there we go. I have my little bunch of hair with a little bow on the top. See? And now, we can use glue, but I don't feel like waiting for it to dry. So I'm just going to roll up a little piece of tape, sticky side out, put it underneath my bunch of hair, and then I'm just going to stick it right to the top of my puppet, just like that. And I kind of put it so that the strands of hair can fall on either side of my little control string, just like that. So now she has a cute little bunch of blue hair. Whee! Yay! Oh, thank you for my hair. Thank you, thank you. And you know what? Cool thing about puppets, sometimes they can do things that we can't. So she's gonna fly away. Okay, now, these are prince and princess puppets. So what about our prince? Well, I'll tell you. So I've got another puppet pre-made here up until kind of where we started decorating, right? So I did the same thing. I cut 2 sheets in half, 2 sheets of newspaper, poked a hole in one, threaded the string through, crumpled up my paper, and put it inside and pinched it together. And I held it in place with that pipe cleaner. So all of those steps are exactly the same. Now for this one, if I want my puppet, instead of a skirt, if I want him to have 2 legs, I'm just going to kind of separate the points of the newspaper like that, kind of pinch them together, and then you can either just tear, it's newspaper, it's pretty easy, or if you want to cut down the middle, you can make a little cut to kind of separate out those legs. And then you can just kind of crumple them together, maybe give them a little twist if you want. Yeah. There we go. So now we have 2 little legs instead of a dress. And I'm going to take a piece of tape and wrap it around these legs just to kind of keep that shape a little bit better. Because see, if I don't have anything to keep it together, the legs kind of start to kind of go back together. So I want this puppet to have 2 legs instead of 1 poofy dress. So here I go, taping the legs together. Ta-da! Look at that. Here, let's tape this. Yeah. There we go. So there is this is my prince puppet. He has 2 legs. Choo, 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 choo. And we can also give some eyes as well. Why not? All right, he's got his hands over his eyes. There's 1. And 2. And you know what? I'm going to give him a little happy face. He's very happy to be here. Whee! Haha. So, there you go. Oh, look how cute that is. So now we have our prince and princess marionettes. They're ready to go to the ball. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you for crafting with us today. Goodbye, loyal subjects. All right. So I hope you had fun. As you can tell, I had a lot of fun with that one. So I told you I would share with you a little story of how I made these by myself, or with my brother actually. Hi, Philip, if you're out there. So we used to take regular old Kleenex, just like this, right? And do the exact same thing. So we took a sheet of Kleenex, we took another one and crumpled it up like that, and then put them together. And we would actually use another little strip of Kleenex. We were very, very delicate with these. And we would make our own little ghost puppets. So that's another option. It doesn't have to be a prince and princess if you don't want to. You can make whatever kind of puppet you want. If you want something a little spooky, a little creepy, you can make a little ghost like that. So I just wanted to share that with you all. So thank you so much for joining us. Again, we do these every single day, every weekday, Monday through Friday. It is 4 o'clock. And on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, it's at 10 o'clock. And don't forget, something very special that we're doing every Friday is a live streamed entire puppet show at 11 a.m. So thank you very much. And don't forget to visit our website, wondersparkpuppets.com. And there's so much exciting stuff happening there. If you forget, you can always check up our schedule on these exciting things that we're doing every single day. And you can buy merch. We have all kinds of cool things. The merch itself physically just came in. It's really good quality. Looking forward to getting my t-shirt as well. I'll be showing that off when I get it. And you can also buy a small donation if you like. Any donation of $10 or more, you are entered to win a raffle to win your own personal live streamed puppet show. And last but not least, we are also starting a membership program. So it's super affordable. There's 3 different levels. Whoop, sorry, got really excited. So there's 3 different levels, and perks for becoming a member are everything from longer access to those live streamed puppet shows, because they're not going to stay up forever. So it's longer access to those, or we have online puppet chats, super exciting, or we have extra raffle tickets that are included, or discounts for our merch. So there's all kinds of extra perks that you can get by being a subscriber, a monthly member, and that's on our website as well. If you'll click on the support button, you can see those different tiers, and it's super affordable. So that's another way that you can show a little support for us. Thank you so much. We love doing this. We love being able to connect with you every single day, and we love being able to hear back from you and get some support from you if you're able to. And please keep those pictures coming of the beautiful puppets that you guys are making. We love it. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.